Working processes and strategies is not always a one size fits all. And a lot of times, especially as our organizations get bigger, we try and force feed one way to do things to everyone. This is what I want to talk about today, especially when it comes to things like executive coaching, is this idea that, okay, if I do it this way, it's going to always work this way. Are there some tried and true principles? Are there things that we should look at and go through and data points that we should always measure? Absolutely. But I learned this myself last week doing these live videos for you. I found that if I came up with all of my ideas every single day versus all at once, I had a lot harder time when I was doing it every single day. So what I would do is I would come up with the idea that morning and then do the video, come up with the idea that morning and do the video. And I started to dread going live because of the fact that I didn't want to every morning have to feel like I had to come up with that new great idea. But what I did find is when I batched those things and did them all at the same time and came up with the ideas and linked everything together throughout the week, I was able to feel more energized about it. I was more excited about it. And sometimes I would even sit and record those ahead of time so that I knew exactly what I was going to be talking about all week long. So then my week started with that strategy. And now it makes it a lot easier for me long term. So one of the things that I always tell my clients is I can give you the perfect strategy. I can give you the perfect system. I can give you the check boxes that you need. But if you don't want to do those, or they don't fit into your schedule, or it doesn't work for you as a person, you're never going to do those things. So what does it look like to executive coach with me? That's one of the things that I get asked by a lot of people, because people are like, well, I know that I need a coach, or I'm looking for that way that I can move up in my organization. What is it that is that secret sauce that I need? And a lot of times it does come down to executive coaching. The nice thing about working with me is that you're not just getting the executive coach who has worked in organizations, has trained in companies like Disney, and has worked with hundreds of different entrepreneurs as well as organizations. You're also getting somebody who is a certified neuro coach who is going to walk you through how does your brain actually work and how are ways that we can use those to our advantage versus trying to fight against them and do something different. For example, this is the same thing as like going on a diet. If you love eggs and everybody keeps telling you that you shouldn't eat eggs because of X, Y, and Z, it's going to be very difficult for you to go on a diet because of the fact that you're always going to break it to have that egg. Instead of saying, hey, no more eggs, maybe it's cutting down on it. This can be the same thing with chocolate. I've seen people lose tons of weight and still have those things that make them happy, because when we take all of those away, our brains go, oh, this is not what I want. This is not safe. This is not something I can do. And so we fight against it. And then we use a bunch of energy fighting against the thing that we actually at the end of the day want, because of the fact that we took those things away so quickly. That whole going cold turkey is very difficult for us to do because it feels very whiplashy. And when it comes to coaching, there's a lot of times that people will come in and say, well, here's all the things that you need to do. And it becomes very stringent. And then it becomes very hard to do. So you might do it for a short period of time because those neurochemicals that do determination only last for about 48 hours. So once we get past that, then it's harder for us to do this. This is why we see so many people go into the new year with so much ambition, so many things that they're going to do. And then we get to this time, and most people have not even thought about their New Year's resolutions for the last several months. So if that's something that you're wanting to look more into, I'd love to have a conversation with you, because at the end of the day, there is so much more that you can accomplish. There's things past your wildest dreams, and I would love to support you in that. So if you're looking for that new strategy that's going to work specifically for you and that's going to be catered to you and how you work, let's go ahead and hop on a call, because whether you work with me or not, I'd love to get you to that next direction and give you some pointers that'll help you. So I'd love to have a conversation. You can find a time on my calendar at kabrinaashley.com/strategy-call. And I will see you tomorrow on Kabrina Unscripted.